So, hello, welcome to another episode of Comment Chaos Live with me, Christian Rauchenwald. Today we have episode number 16. It's also the last episode of this week. And as always, in today's episode, we're going to take a look at the comments that I get on YouTube and also use the time to potentially answer any questions that you might have that I haven't covered already in one of my videos. Now, that said, as usual, everything that I share in this live stream slash video, if you're watching it later, reflects my personal opinion and is in no way professional or financial advice of any kind. You should always do your own research, consult certified professionals, draw your own conclusions, and make your own decisions. Yeah. Other than that, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to ask your questions in the stream, you have to be subscribed for at least 24 hours. Why? Because subscribing doesn't cost you anything, but helps me a lot. And the same goes with liking the video and the live streams. And if you want to ask me for my opinion and use up my time, well, then liking and subscribing is kind of the least thing you can do. Yeah. Other than that, yesterday we had a relatively cool live stream unboxing some of the Mary IoT Bro Run IoT smart devices from heliomart.com. You can check that out on the channel if you want to. Not everything went smoothly in the stream with the setup, partially my own mistake, partially lack of instructions or guides that were available. But overall, in the end, we got a new door opening sensor with alarm and water leak sensor set up. And yeah, looking forward, still working on integrating that into our HomeKit and so on. But yeah, looking forward to see how that works out. Anyway, and outside of that, for today, there's going to be this stream, and then there's going to be my daily market mastery stream at 3:30 p.m. GMT plus 2 on my popular investor channel. And then in the evening, we're going to end the day with casual gaming on my Twitch channel. Today, playing a fairly old game called Sudden Strike 4, where I'm really, really bad at. So it's fun to watch for people, probably. But yeah, anyway, what else is there to mention before we jump straight into it? Pretty much nothing. We're going to try again to keep this stream at the 15-minute mark. So I'm going to start a timer and hopefully not forget it. And with that, we're going to jump straight to the screen share where you can see Agora Pulse, which is the tool that we're using to manage our comments on several social media accounts. And yeah, if you're also looking for something like that, then just check out the description down below. Now, as we started, or as usual, I'm not going to type out the answers because it takes too much time. So I'm going to focus on answering them for you. And we'll then, after the stream, actually provide the written answers to everyone that left the comment. Now, starting off, there's a comment about Coin and Sentinel X NFC. I'm new to this and I'm still learning the basics. Do I have to pay each when I scan the card for a 12-hour boost with my smartphone? I'm not sure I understand the question fully, to be honest. So when you have that NFC card, it grants you a boost for the mining, a 12 times boost on your free plan and 10% boost if you're one of the paid plans. And to be fair, while you can get that card fairly cheap, so like for less than $20, it's super annoying compared to the Bluetooth dongle. So, I mean, because you constantly have to remember, okay, like I think on Android and iOS, the times are different. So on Android, I think it's for 4 hours the boost, and on iOS for 3 hours. On the free plan, and only on the paid plans the boost goes longer. And yeah, you do not have to, in quotes, pay extra as long as you have a subscription active for one of the paid plans. You will have the 12 or 24-hour boost, and I think there's a 24-hour boost. It's been a while since I looked into that. And if you're on the free plan, it will be 3 to 4 hours. However, again, it's really a little bit annoying that you have to constantly think of that. So I personally have 2 devices running CoinApp on my desk. So they also run some bandwidth sharing stuff and some other things, but they're just like there. And I'm glad that we have the Sentinel X BLE. So it's the Bluetooth dongle that just actually hangs behind one of my screens, so I don't even see it. And it covers the entire apartment. So all the devices 24/7 have the 12 times boost. And that's just so much more convenient, in my opinion. Yes, overall, your earnings with CoinApp would be anyway better if you actually are driving a lot and have CoinApp running in the foreground on one of the paid plans. but that only makes sense for people that really drive for a living. Yeah, so if you're not driving for a living 5 days per week, hundreds of kilometers per day or so, then or miles, then probably the paid plans will not be beneficial, and you would be better off just buying XYO tokens directly and using the free plan. Yeah, but yeah, so you do not have to pay extra. You just, if you have the NFC card, you just have to remember to whatever your time window is. So again, if you're on the free plan or on the paid plan, to just keep tapping the card to the phone in regular intervals to keep the boost going. And yeah, and your subscription is independent of that. So if you have a subscription, you obviously have to pay for that monthly subscription. If you don't have a subscription, you obviously don't have to pay. Yeah. Yeah, Alpha Network, somebody asking to sell 1000 Alpha coin for 250 euro. Yeah, well, sadly, the only place where you can sell Alpha coin is their own, in quotes, exchange, as we know. And well, the price they are listed is probably much, much higher. So as we can see, it's right now listing $1.19 per Alpha coin. Considering that there is so much more sell volume than buy volume, it just will take months to sell 1,000 coins. And I don't see anybody taking advantage of an offer like that. Yeah, that said, please don't spam my comment section with things like that. It's not meant for that. It's if a video is about a project and it's about questions about the project, news about the project, not about ridiculous sell offers. But yeah, welcome back. Yeah, well, I haven't been gone considering how many live streams we have, but thanks, Jason. And there on the Pi KYZ thing, which, by the way, in case you haven't noticed, there is minepi.com. What was it? FAQ KYZ or KYZ FAQ or so. Let's check. Nope. Let's try the other way around. KYZ. Also not. Yeah, but if you check in the app, there's on the home screen, there's a button that the core team released new FAQs that clarify like how which different ways there are to get invited for KYZ, or who is eligible, what if you're not eligible, what kind of status you can have after KYZ, and so on. It's really worth a read. I probably will make another video about it because just so many people do not pay attention to the announcements. But yeah, comment here, 700 mining sessions, no KYZ issues, congrats. So that's nice to hear. Yeah, I thought about getting rid of those comments already before the stream, but I didn't manage. And just to show you, like, that's also one of the things that just usually happens behind the scene. And that is basically having those spam comments that are basically just trying to drive traffic to scammers on Telegram and other platforms, and having to actually manually go through them and report all of them as spam, because YouTube is not able to recognize if somebody leaves the same damn comment on, I don't know, 15 videos in 5 minutes, that it probably might be spam. So yeah, but yeah, anyway, so accept, report as spam. Yep. Okay, moving on. Next comment is, hey man, I'm a struggling student looking to raise $4,200 selling my Picoin for healthcare and upkeep because I have no choice. Any advice you can give me? Well, that sucks for you. And honestly, I mean, I'm a little bit damaged in that regard because I keep hearing so many stories. I get emails weekly from people telling me they're, in quote, sob stories and begging for money and whatnot. I know you're not begging for money here. But Pi is not there to make you rich or something like that. And if at all to make you rich, then in years from now. And yeah, like you cannot sell it. You're not allowed to sell it. Trying to sell it gets your account banned. So simple as that. So sucks that you have some challenges in your life, really does. But you'll have to find another way to deal with that, just like every other person has to find another way to deal with that. I know we are all in different, like everybody has their struggles, yeah. And maybe some people watching those streams think that, I don't know, my life or our life is so easy and we don't have those struggles, but we also have those struggles, yeah. And we just I'm not saying that work hard and will always work out. So I know there are situations that are just out of your control and so on. But yeah, selling Pi is not an option. If you try it, you get caught, then basically that's it for you with Pi Network forever. Plus whoever buys your coins also loses their account and entire balance. Plus every account that you interacted with also gets looked at and might get closed and so on. So yeah, that's not the option. So yeah, just check what you have that you can sell. If you need $4,200, then again, like get rid of your, I don't know, if you have an iPhone, sell it and get yourself a cheap $50 or $100 phone. If you have a laptop, sell it. And if you don't really need one, don't get another one. If you need one, buy a cheaper one. So if you have a car, sell it, buy a cheaper one. Yeah, like whatever it is, like the solution here isn't Pi because, again, you're not allowed to sell it. The solution here is hopefully you have some assets that you can liquidate, and maybe hopefully you're able to have or to like somehow downgrade your standard of living, so that you have the cash that you need. Yeah, like I mean, while I didn't have to do that for healthcare or upkeep or so, when Irina and I started our business in 2019, we actually had like less than $20,000 in total to completely start a new business from scratch. And that also went along with canceling all our subscriptions. So Netflix, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever there was, everything got canceled. Not going out for dinners, lunch or stuff anymore, but cooking at home. Yeah. And like literally, selling old hardware, selling my Xbox, selling old screens that I wasn't really needing anymore, and so on. So just so that we had the cash that we could pay our bills, and just focus on work. So combined for us that was combined with working 7 days per week for a very long time, until we actually had an idea or found a working principle what works for us, and were able to make enough money to pay our bills. And after that, we then started to invest again. So instead of like spending that money on vacations, the setup I'm standing in front of right now, so the screens, lights, streaming capture cards, and all that stuff, either I already had it before and we just didn't need to sell it during the time when we were struggling, or we bought it with the money we earned after we figured out how things are going. The cameras we use for recording videos, everything bought from the money we earned after we figured it out, and so on. Yeah. But before that, I really feel sorry if the story is true that you need the money for healthcare. But again, Pi Network is not the solution for that. Now, I don't want to be a dick, but what you can do is, if your Pi coins are already in your mainnet wallet, you can obviously go to the whatever, like local Pi subreddit, and for example, buy an Xbox, buy an iPhone, buy something else with those Pi coins, and then sell that item on a platform like eBay for cash. Yeah, this way you're not violating the rules, although you will take a loss, because if you buy an iPhone for $1,000 in Pi, well, even if you sell it as originally packaged, you will not get $1,000, but maybe 800 for it. Yeah. But yeah, that's if you really want to cash out for whatever reason. Doesn't matter if you need the money or if you just want to cash out. That's the only way to go about it right now. Buy items with it and then sell those items for fiat. Yeah, which is also helping Pi Network because it creates transactions that prove Pi Network is an accepted cryptocurrency or a currency. Yeah. Moving on. Cool. Great. Yeah. Thanks for watching. What was that? Yesterday's episode? Yeah, that was yesterday. Please, you suppose, get WhatsApp group or Telegram for more information about Alpha app, and I want to sell my Picoin and Alpha, nobody to sell it. Please drop your WhatsApp number. Yeah, sure. Not gonna happen. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's anyway the last comment, so I can rant a little bit about that. Yeah. So, how do I start there? So let's. I don't understand in general why people are not able to consider things from a different perspective. Yeah. So, like for example, to for a moment ask themselves how things look from my perspective. Yeah. So they see that I'm, for example, answering pretty much every single comment on YouTube. They see that the channel gets more than 1 million views per year, that there are, I don't know, 86, 87,000 subscribers and so on. Now, what would happen if I would give out my phone number for WhatsApp or Telegram, like with my life? Even without doing that, there are always every month there is a few people that somewhere on the internet find my phone number and still bother me on WhatsApp or just call. Yeah. And so like, it's not that I don't like to help, but it would be hugely inefficient. So imagine everybody texts me with, how can I sell my Picoin? And I would have to reply 100 times the same thing or 1,000 times the same thing, when I can just make a video about it and reach like 100,000 people with one video. Yeah, it's like not to mention what impact that would have on my personal life, considering that a lot of our audience, so the biggest percentage of viewers, is actually in the US, which means when it's daytime for them, it's the middle of the night for me. And if they would suddenly call the whole night or message the whole night, I mean, like, yeah, like, I don't know, like, sometimes with some of the comments, I just feel it doesn't matter if you say please or not. Yeah, like just the idea that you don't consider why I'm not sharing my number, like why it's not mentioned anywhere, why there is no WhatsApp group or something. Yeah, that people are like a little bit entitled and think like, yeah, like I want that, and so why is it not happening? Yeah, and I mean that comment is on the friendlier side, so I'm just in generalizing here. Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know, go out, show me a YouTube channel that answers to, or a YouTube creator or influencer, or however you want to call it, that answers every fucking single comment on their channel, and then go out and show me a channel that on top of that has pretty much almost daily live streams to answer more of the questions, and on top of that has a Discord community where they are active every single day. Like I'm active in our Discord community every single day, and whatever our community doesn't answer, me or Irina answer. Like show me another creator that does that, and that on top of that, or show me one single YouTuber that isn't, I don't know, like less than 1,000 subscribers or so, that actually gives you their personal contact details in what any form. Yeah, and as for Telegram groups or WhatsApp group, they are just so hugely inefficient. It's like one of the dumbest ideas, in my opinion, that one can have. Like when you have Discord, like Discord is so much better. It's free, it's available on any fucking device, and it's so much better organized because it has different channels. So instead of having to scroll through, I don't know, 500 messages to find something that was shared about a specific project 3 months ago, you have a great search function. You can have a channel for each project, so the content is properly separated. Within the channels, you can still have separate threads to discuss certain topics in detail without like losing the flow of the conversation and so on. So yeah, like yeah, I mean, I get that to some extent. I get that people would like to have certain things like, yeah, give me my number, give me your number, give me your email address. Yeah, can I write you on Telegram? Yeah, blah blah blah. But a little bit thinking about like why the answer is probably going to be no. I mean, why ask when it's clear that the answer is going to be no? Especially considering everything that we already do to make sure that people get their answers, stay on top of projects, get their updates, and get everything they need. Yeah. So, yeah, if you have questions, these streams are your chance to ask them. Today we don't have any questions, but yeah, like subscribe, ask in the next Comment Chaos Live about whatever you need to know, and if we have time, we'll cover it. And if that's not working for you, use Discord and ask there in the right channel whatever you need to know. And yeah, and you're good to go. You will get your answers. But yeah, like unless you're willing to pay my hourly rate for like something like a personal consultation or so, yeah, and even that, I would not sell my time for a call or some conversation about a crypto project like that. Yeah. But yeah, like it's a little bit frustrating from time to time to see that people just don't think. Yeah. Anyway, like I don't wanna keep ranting here. I'm super grateful for everyone that watches the videos and actually pays attention what I'm sharing in the videos. I'm super grateful for everyone that watches the videos and maybe catches a mistake that I'm making, and then points out in the comments, hey, but you say something that's not true anymore. So super grateful for everyone that takes the time to like a video, maybe even share it or leave a comment. Yeah. So like to help basically tell YouTube, hey, show this video to more people. So like I'm like, there are so many people in our Discord community that contribute actively by also sharing information that I might have not seen yet, or just might not have had the time yet to share it, and so on. So like there's so many amazing people among you, all of you out there, but there are just always also a few people that just don't think, don't care, just care about their own results, don't bother to read anything, don't bother to pay attention. And sometimes it just gets frustrating, yeah. And like on top of that, all the spam comments and whatnot, yeah. But yeah, overall, yeah, I think that's it. So we crossed already the 15-minute mark. We answered all the comments for today, and yeah, there is not much more today, to be honest. I said there will be another live stream later on my Popular Investors channel. So if you're into trading and investing and want to know how I manage my portfolio, then that's the place to go. And other than that, if you just want to have a friendly chat, so nothing too focused about finance and crypto, but just like some casual gaming and small talk, then check out the Twitch channel later. Hope to see some of you there. If not, then see you in one of my other videos. I don't think we have another premiere scheduled this week, but there should be one or two more new videos outside of the live streams that are already planned coming next week. And yeah, with that, thank you all for tuning in. See you all in